Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 19. We are continuing our new Woodshire start from scratch and run, and I'm about to drop off my first load of straw from that field down there, field number 29. So we're getting that dropped off here now. There's a little bit more left, so that's good. You know, a little bit more than one trailer load full of straw is not bad at all. That'll help us get some cows fed here in a little bit, or give some straw for bedding for the horses or the cows, one of the two. Again, still haven't decided which one I'm doing first. I'm thinking about it. Might do horses first just because they're a little bit easier initially, while we're kind of doing some more of this silage stuff for now. But we'll find out here soon. So let me get this guy down this way again. But I'm actually about to go ahead and do some of the painting of our field kind of setup and layout to kind of see where I want things. So let's come back down here. So let's get over here. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to go into the landscaping mode, and I am going to switch to a brush, paintbrush, there we go. And I want to get to the grass paintbrush, this one right here. And we're going to go up to a full 20. I kind of want to make sure this is basically centered on that road over there. So what I might need to do is actually paint the road first. Just enough so I can get this kind of centered on it. So let's try that first. Oh, I was in the same mode. I just need to go to the road. Which is this one right here. And that one's usually a 4, I believe. Yes. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be pretty close. So something like that right there is what our road will look like. So we're going to start putting that in there a little bit. Unfortunately, I cannot go all the way down here. I can get pretty close to the road, but I can't go all the way down. I think there's a mod I can get that will let me go a little bit closer, and I may look at that later. But for now, that will work, which does mean we'll need a 8 on each side to get the full 20 width that I want. All right, so there's our width. So there's our 20. Which does mean I can go ahead and come back to this 20 here and paint the rest of this. Alright, so there's our, it's going to be our road right down the middle here. In fact, I can go ahead and swap back and paint some more of the road. Is our harvester full over there? Ah, he is. I'll have to go empty out here in a second so we can finish up what he's doing. There's got a lot of plowing to do, though, so we're gonna see that here momentarily. I'll show you what that's gonna look like. All right, so there we go. Basically a road. So then what we'll do is let me go ahead and get that guy taken care of real quick, just so I'm done with him. I'll let him finish up. Alright, got him on getting unloaded. Come back over here and alright, so that's that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and paint where I actually want to put my field. I'll probably just use this dirt color here for that. Just to make sure it looks the way I want it to. Is that mud? That's just dirt. Okay, it'll work because I can plow over that. So this field is going to look kind of like this the whole way. We're just going to replace over that road. Gives a little bit more width, a little more overall total crop for this field, which is going to be good, you know. And it'll compensate for the fact that we're cutting into these other fields on the well, as I'm facing now, on the right-hand side a bit here in a moment. Now I will do the plowing before I completely finish off all of the painting because obviously my plowing is not as precise as the painting. So I'm going to go over the edge a little bit here and I'm going to have to repaint anyway. So that's going to be okay. But yeah, so that's going to be that. So we'll just extend this field out a little bit more, get a little bit more width on it. And, you know, it's a decent amount more crop. That's not bad a chunk of crop there once we get all that filled in. I will go ahead and, for now, just because it makes me happier, to go ahead and get all this stuff up here filled in a little bit more. Just because we know this is going to be no longer a road. I mean, I don't really care that I'm cutting into that field there, actually, because I'm going to be replacing that with... In fact, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and get that all grassed in, because we are going to fill that in with horses or cows or something like that, like I said. So let's just get it all painted in here. We'll go all the way up to this road, I think. We're pretty close to it. Something like that. Yeah, actually, I will go ahead and get rid of those bushes. I don't mind the trees, but the bushes are not necessarily something that I'm a fan of most of the time. I mean, these bushes over here in the corner of the silage area are not bothering me. It's just the other bushes that are sometimes along the roads and stuff. Cool. There you go. That's all done. And obviously we know all this is going to be grass here as well here in a moment, but we'll get that here momentarily. Cool. Well, let's get this guy out of the way. Let's start getting our plowing done. Use this guy. It's gonna work. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll draw the top, and we'll just kind of draw the side, and we'll go put on stuff in the middle. Yes, I'm going over my crop for a second. Oh well. And I'm going to cut into the crop a little bit just to make sure I don't miss it. But that's going to be okay, because obviously once I reseed it, it'll all work out. I like to overlap a little bit because I can always redraw a straight line again with the grass paintbrush. So I don't mind going over a little bit, just to make sure I don't... I'd rather go over with the plow, because again, the paintbrush is more precise. Now one thing I have done before, which I have to be very careful of, is when I use the paintbrush, then I'm painting into the field more, and then I have to go replow it again, which is obviously annoying. Yeah, it's going to add a pretty good amount of crop to this field over here on the left. Still wish I had a bigger plow that was straight across. So there might be an add-on that I can get. I just honestly haven't really looked. I mean, this one right here is also an add-on. And I actually don't remember where I got it. It might have come with the map, come to think of it, because I don't remember explicitly downloading this plow at any point in time. I'm going to plow up a little bit of this crop, but again, it's not going to be a problem. Once it gets reseeded, you'll never even know it happened. Well, you will for a little bit, because obviously it's going to be on a different timing, but once the timings match back up again, you'll never know it happened. Too bad I can't just like paint field on here. Like when I put the brown down, too bad that didn't count as field for me to then start using. I mean, obviously, I'm asking for a easy mode, of course. And it's not really like this is that hard. It's just, it would just be a time saver. It would not necessarily be anything other than that. You can do a lot of stuff with the landscaping stuff. Like, even if it costs a little bit more, I'm be like, hey, this is the field paintbrush. It costs a bit more, you know. I'd be okay with that. You know? Spend a little bit more money to save some time. I think I could handle that type of thing. I assume this isn't field. I mean, I guess I could find out pretty quickly. Ooh, am I going to be able to do this in one pass, or is that going to... I think I can. If I limit this to fields... I'm going to say the worker's not going to register as a field. Okay, so that's not... I didn't think so. I assumed it wouldn't work that way. I think this will count. I think this is going to cover the whole thing. Be very careful, though. I think I could easily get off to the side, one side or the other, and it won't cover it. I'd hate to have, like, a tiny, like, 1 millimeter strip that, I mean, not 1 millimeter, but you know what I mean, like a little tiny, you know, strip that's not technically plowed and it causes some weird confusion or something. We get this guy down here. What we can do is then, like I said, go ahead and fix the field with the grass. Make sure all the borders are okay, and then get our lime down here and get our seed stuff going while I'm plowing up the other fields. It's not gonna be a ton of plowing on the other fields, to be fair. I just gotta connect 29 and 28 as well as 29 and 30, and then we'll be good. There we go. Plow. I'm gonna go ahead and set it to limit to fields just so I don't accidentally plow somewhere I don't want to. I'd rather explicitly set it to field to creating new fields every time. Okay, so let's get you over here, and then we will grab landscaping and compare. Just make sure I'm right on the edge here. Okay, looks good. Nice straight line, and then we'll bring it into about a 6 here. Well, actually, I guess I can do the full 20. I just have to be very careful here. It's not here, right? It's this. So I did overlap quite a bit. Because, yeah, we are going to... Just got to be very careful, because I don't want to cut too much into these fields on the right-hand side now. Or the left, to be fair. Like that right there, if I place that down. Got to kind of double-check my spacing. Fortunately, with the hills, it's a little hard sometimes to see the exact spacing that's set to. Right. Now let's go down to a 6. Not 6, I'm sorry, 8. 8, that's right. I'm thinking 16 in my head, because obviously the middle part's the road is 4. So that makes 16. There we go. Let's get this bottom part, and we're good. Let me just do a little bit as close to the road as I can get it. And we'll just kind of scooch it in. Well, I'm gonna go small. Well, that's the thing. See right here, I really can't see where it's at, so. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I just really hate to. That's why I left the plow over here. I wanted to get this part done first because I knew if I messed up, I could re-plow it again. I have another add-on that I may set up that I think lets me get a little bit closer to the road for my place anything type of stuff. which I don't know if I mentioned that. I do have a place anything mod. If you're having trouble placing stuff in certain places, like with different hills and contours and stuff like that, there's a mod called Place Anywhere, I think it is, that kind of does what it sounds like. It lets you do stuff just about anywhere. But there's another version of that that's from the Global Company mod. It's like a pack of mods and things like that. It's like a whole library of different add-ons and mods and things like that. But the base Global Company component also has a Place Anywhere mod, and I think it's slightly better than this one that I'm using right now. This one's a standalone one that doesn't quite let me get all the way to the road, but the Global Company one actually would let me paint even on top of the road even, which is kind of crazy. So I might switch to that one at some point. All right, so that field is ready to roll. Let me get a tractor on there. Let me just fill you up and I'll just use this tractor. It's not doing anything else anyway. Get you over here reliming stuff. I mean, I assume it needs to be limed. Yes, it does. Fold you up because you get stuck. I forgot about that. Oh well, it's all good. Look at this big old nice flat piece of grass. I'm gonna be able to put some buildings and things on. It's gonna be real nice. All right, so get you over here. Get you liming. I'm gonna go a little bit into the field itself, but it's not gonna be a problem. All right, so that's done, or it's going, I should say. Let me get back to my blue tractor, and let's start doing the middle part here, between 28 and 29. Actually, I'm gonna do the side first. A little easier space to turn around at. Alright, now create fields, lower. It's going to be a really nice, big field once it's all done. Oh, see. I think he turned around, didn't he? Yep. You don't have to do that part, buddy. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Just stay over here. You'll come over here and do this part I'm plowing right now in a moment. What you can do, though, is park your little lime thingamajigger right about here, and we'll go grab the seed. Let's go ahead and get this seeded real quick. There's a little bit of a hill there. My tractor jumped. That was kind of funny. I'll go ahead and fill you back up with some more corn, because you are going to need probably some more corn for. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to need it for these other fields. Let's go get your field back up. It's going to replow over there on the left. No, surprisingly, it's actually not. It's kind of funny that it's not, but I actually kind of thought it would kind of recover that up, but it's all right. And this works. I guess this thing doesn't cultivate as well, so that's part of it. Let's go back to our plow dude. Actually, let's get some more of the straw over here real quick. So I'm about to come over here to the spot that it's touching. It's not like it would plow over that much straw, but we might as well not lose any if we can help it. Not a ton of wheat, but it's definitely something. You're not about to turn around over there, are you? Of course you are. I'm sure you are. Just put this guy right here for right now. Dude, you can stop, buddy. Stop. You're good. Thank you. You've done your job. I appreciate it. You. There's a bit more straw in this field than I expected, actually. With it not being plowed or fertilized or anything like that, I assumed there just wouldn't be that much straw. Bet you can't get a worker to do the straw picking up. But again, I'm just trying to be lazy, I suppose. It's not like it's that hard to do, but it would mean I could start, like, hire a worker for this part right quick. I'm like, let me go move the truck for you. You keep doing your thing, worker. I mean, look, just from here all the way to the end up there, look how long this field's going to be. Oh, it's going to be such a good field. Alright, we're getting a trailer and a half off this field of straw. Not bad. Alright, I'll park you here for now. We'll come back to you, good sir. Now we can get over to the plow dude and keep this going. So we are still on... yeah, we're still on. Good. I think I'll be able to get this finished before the end of the episode. Pretty close. Just realized this grass field comes up a little bit further than that wheat field. I mean, it does look like grass, but it is technically a field, so I don't have to replow that. Well, I think I have to cultivate it because I have to get the grass that's currently there kind of out of the way. I'll get this. Well, yeah, this is fine. I was gonna say I can get this when I do the middle section here in a minute, but I'm just going to get this now. If you've never experimented with creating your own fields, I mean, it takes some work for sure, but I mean, in theory, you only have to do it once, right? And then the field's created, and then you can go from there. Definitely think it helps you get the shapes and the sizes and stuff like that that you want for whatever you're trying to do with your farm. Like I said, I definitely recommend grabbing one of these flat plows if you can. I mean, if you can use the angled ones, more power to you. And I could, because I mean, obviously I can paint back over the overlapped angled parts, but I don't know. Like I said, I just like the nice squared off edges. It makes me happy for whatever reason. The plow. I was like, why is it still plowing? I might be able to do this all in one, but I'll just overlap a little over here and we'll come back and do that last little strip. It's gonna be alright. Just to make sure it does get done. I think most of this already is plowed. Looks like it did overlap just enough, but just to be safe, we'll go ahead and do it since we're going to have to do some of it, I think, anyway. I'll just run right down this line, and we'll be done with this part at least, and then we'll join 30 to 29, which I think only needs like 1 or 2 passes because it's a lot closer together. And then we'll have to do that one final strip up there between 28 and 26, and then we are, other than painting and, you know, obviously doing all the reseeding and liming and all that stuff, we got our fields. It's not too bad. Doesn't take too long. I have actually plowed like almost an entire like field, like created a field practically from scratch before. That takes a lot longer, as you can imagine. In fact, I think where I did it was, where is it? I don't remember. It was like somewhere over here. Like I had turned one of these into like grass at one point, and then I was like, you know what? I do want that to be a field after all. So then I went back and replowed it again. And by turning it into grass, I meant like painted grass, not like planted grass. If I planted grass, then it still would have been a field. But I had painted grass because I wasn't planning on using it. And then I just changed my mind and decided to use it after all. I think that's where it was, something like that. Actually, I don't need to come all this down because all this way down. I can't talk because I'm going to repaint over here by the road anyway, so keep the guys from having issues by the road as much as possible. I'll just do a little bit up here. And actually, another good field that I've done before is this right here. This little green tree right here. You can see the crosshairs that I have. between 4 and 19. I've cleared out all those trees before and made this one big giant kind of square field, which that took a lot of plowing, but definitely looked real good when it was done. Alright, that is done. Let's come over here and do this strip up here. And then we'll do our painting real quick while we still have the plow out, just in case we mess something up. I almost always mess something up, it feels like. Get a little too quick for myself. We'll get the guy reliming, and then, yeah, we'll have 2 really nice sized fields. We should update the mini-map while you did this too, though, because that would be really awesome. I mean, you can see where the fields are. If I do, like, sort of like that, you can kind of see. Once I get it all the same color, of like the same growth or something like that, you can definitely see it. But I think I mentioned that when I did the 21-22 before, actually. I feel like I'm repeating the conversation I've had before. I forget what I've said and what I haven't. Alright, there we go. And yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm going to move you over here out of the way, where I know I don't need you. And let's get the painting done real quick, and then we'll probably call that an episode. So, first thing we are going to do, we're definitely going to figure out where this line is here, which is easier said than done. It's there. I'm actually going to start low and then creep my way up until it looks like it's at the right spot. Is that the right spot? No, I think it's one more. Right there, right? Oh no, I think I went up too far, didn't I? It's hard to tell. Nope, that is one too far. Which actually is not that big of a deal, because I have been having some issues down here on the bottom of this anyway. I may go with that, actually, and be okay with that. Though I can't see it now. I may have to swap to a different thing real quick, just to... There we go, see where it's creeping up. Really, I'm just going to watch the left side, make sure it's lined up where it needs to be. Yeah, the fact that I went in one tick too far is, I don't think, going to be a problem at all, because again, it should limit how much they decide to cut in down there. And I'll go out do as much of this as I can, although I'm pretty sure this one will start having some issues once I get closer to the roads. Alright, we'll just go ahead and fill in all this. Takes a lot of thought doing this. Sorry for not talking. It's like, I have to focus. Alright, good. And then we will come over here. And we'll do this part. Oh, again, I cannot see it. Looks like it's right there. Yes. And I could leave all this as technically a field over here, but because I'm not going to do anything with it anyway. It's just literally going to be here for cosmetics, or in case I decide to put a building over here. But since it does look a slightly different color when there's a field underneath it, I'll try and replace as much of it as I can. Although again, as I get close to the road, for some reason it just doesn't like to paint. I'll have to get that other mod so I can clean this up later. I am going to go ahead and see if I can get rid of some of these bushes, though. They bother me a little bit, although... yeah, those aren't too bad. Alright, that's done. Let's move up to here. Okay. Right there. Yes, yes. I was going to say I lost it for a second there. Alright, there's that. And I do know, if I remember correctly, because of this little jut-in from the road, they tend to have a little tiny bit of problem right here on this top edge. So what I'm going to do is to both replace the bushes as well as give me that kind of 8 width from the road that I have down the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and just trim this tiny bit off. Keeps the road there, but then also makes this uniform with the other places that I have. Actually, a lot of this over here is going to get replaced here in a second anyway. Alright, so there's that. Let's come back over here. Go back to my 20. Plop that right there. And that looks good. Right there. And all up here. And one good thing about this is this will make it a little easier to get around. Oh, see, there you go. I was afraid of that. It's okay, man. I can fix that. It's hard to see right there, as you can tell. This tree is still a little bit more in the way than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be moved over a little bit more, but I guess I may just cut this tree down and leave these over here. That might be what happens. I mean, I could trim off more of this field if I really cared that much, but I'd like to go ahead and put this back, this little part, because I'd like to keep this even uniform 20 width, you know, that I have here. So that's why I kept this guy out here. Easy to fix. Great demand at the ranch. I'll just have to put some lime up here in a bit. Alright, that's that. And let's see if I can get the paint job done this time. It's hard to see though, with the trees that I'm trying to keep. These trees are causing me more problems than I thought they would. Alright, I think this is still good. Okay, good. There's this little tiny bit right here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, no, that's looking pretty good, I think. Well, let's grab our lime. It's actually going to be this guy. And we'll go get the lime started. I'm actually going to put a cut here. We're actually a little bit over time anyway. I'll go ahead and get the lime guys started. And yeah, that'll feel pretty good. I think I'll fit here, won't he? We'll be able to do it all? Yeah, we'll get it. Good, good, good. Actually, does that bottom field need limed? No, it does need plow, which may mean it needs lime after I plow it, actually. So we'll get the culti plows over here in a moment to do all of this. We're going to need to plow up the grass over here anyway. There's that. Get this little strip down here. And then we'll get those two little bits that we did up near the middle or the top. Alright, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, we will be ready to start seeding the things, I think, or at least be halfway or partway through plowing them. And we'll get the seeding done shortly after that. So, there you go, guys. There's our fields. Obviously, we're going to be plowing over this grass over here on the right-hand side. That's still a field. Making that still part of this bigger one. And kind of go from there. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.